Okay, today I am here with Mr. and Mrs. Whitaker, and they just closed on their home, first-time home buyer. So, hey, congratulations, guys. Woo!
Thank you.
Now, listen, you've just gone through this home buying process. You know, there are a lot of people out there like, buying a home, oh, wow, no, you got to have a lot of money, you got to have this. They've heard. You've just done it. Literally, as we speak, you're homeowners. What would you say to individuals out there as it relates to your overall home buying experience?
This was probably the smoothest experience, despite the stories we had heard, that we have gone through. When we first started, Tim is a numbers guy, and he's the overthinker. And I'm just the one, I'm like, okay, I see the house, I want the house, let's go get the house. So, education for him was important. He had a lot of questions, and I ask the questions that I want to know the answers to, but he does a lot more detailed thought process, I guess you could call it. So when I met Patrick at work, I was like, this guy can really talk. And I'm like, that'll be good for my husband because he needs that type of person that can answer questions. So I called my husband after you guys left right away. I was like, hey, I think I'm at the realtor for you. I've got the information. You need to call him like right away. Initially, we were looking for some home buying. We thought we needed like the down payment assistance. I was like, they said they got programs. Just call. And for me to see my husband talk to Patrick and not get frustrated and not get tired of the process was comforting for me, because that's not a process. He asks a lot of questions, so there are not a lot of people that are patient enough to deal with that. Sorry, babe. But for me, it was comforting that Tim was getting what he needed, because I was already sold when I was at the church and we met at the church.
Yeah. And just to add to it, just the transparency, just the communication, the honest feedback, it really helped me to understand and trust. Because a lot of times we hear about the bad and we don't hear about the good, and it was just positive information, and really just got me to understand and trust and open up and take the step. So and by me taking the step, we're home buyers.
Homeowners.
Homeowners.
That's
homeowners.
right.
Homeowners. So yeah, we were actually, this is our first home, and this is something that we enjoyed the process. It wasn't stressful, and when I say it was easy, it was nice. I would recommend and hope we can get more individuals to get out there and step out and take a chance and see and don't be afraid, because we were afraid. We were afraid, and that fear is gone. So we want to say thank you so much to your team, to you. We would definitely recommend more people. If we buy more homes, we'll definitely use you and your team. So as my wife mentioned, this has been a wonderful and a great blessing. So we really appreciate that.
I like the team environment. Like everybody from Demi to Jackie to Liz over at Supreme Lending, like everybody, you felt comfortable. Like you never felt like there was somebody that didn't know what they were doing. Everybody, like Patrick set the standard, but the team that came behind him kept the standard, and that's important for me. Like I don't ask a lot of questions, but I'm all about service, and when you find service that's as easy to, like, we felt like family. Like I felt like I had known you guys for a while, which made it easy for me to trust, because you guys were so good to us through the whole process, questions and all, because there were a lot.
There were a lot. And yeah, thank the whole team from just the walkthroughs. It was no pressure. Mm-mm. We didn't feel pressured. They were answer questions, as many as I had. I had a lot, but each question was answered, and it was nice. A great process. I really can't explain. It's more. We're emotional now because this is our first home, but as my wife mentioned, this was a smooth process. Mm-hmm. Friendly atmosphere, like family. It was truly like family. Very helpful.
And let me set the right expectation, because we keep saying it's a smooth process. There are things that are going to come up, like that it just happens. But I think what's most important is making sure that we had a responsibility as home buyers to make sure that we were upholding our part of the process. And I say this because I'm a service provider, so I have to wait on customers to do what they're supposed to do. So it's even important that you have the right expectations of the people that are helping you, because there was a lot that was asked from us. It's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls, and you have to be willing to go through the process and not just think that your realtor or your lending officer is going to do everything for you. So if you have that type of mindset that's like, okay, I've got a job to do over the next couple of months, I've got to make sure that I get qualified to purchase this home, because this is going to be a decision that's going to impact the rest of my life. It's going to set some expectations for my children. And if you take that seriously, then you'll work with the people that are trying to work with you. So it's not oh, nothing's going to happen. That's not but when it happens, you need to be willing to work with the people that are working with you so that you can get it remedied immediately, so that you can move through your process. And that's what made it a smooth process, because even when stuff happened, questions were answered. We knew exactly what was required of us. We sent it over, and response was given right away. And we were always informed about what was getting ready to happen next.
Yeah, and that's correct. We didn't have to go out and search for it. They would always tell us before. So it was that communication, that open communication. The dialogue was always there. We didn't have to wonder what was going on. We would receive an email and a phone call. It was a personal touch. And so I did mention easy or smooth, but it was so smooth because we didn't have to go out and try to find out what was going on. We already knew what we needed to do by the information that was given.
So communication is amazing. Like, that was the best part of the process.
It was really good.
Made it the easiest. So yeah.
Well, guys, first, you mentioned several times it felt like we were family. Well, you are family. You guys are part. All of our clients, we tell them, hey, once you start with the Kings, you're a king for life. So, matter of fact, people are probably looking at this video now saying, what in the world, what is that? What do they have on? What are they wearing? So what would you say to individuals that, so you tell us, what is this you have on? Why are you guys wearing this? What is this?
Well, these are, what are they? Capes, king and queen capes. Yeah. But I feel like a queen. I've always felt like a queen through the process. Like, I never felt like there was another customer. I thought we were only customers, and I'm kind of selfish like that. But I never felt like somebody else's needs were being put before ours. And that's, I think, is what it feels like to be treated like royalty. Like, everything was just laid out. The expectations were set from the front. What was going to happen, what was not going to happen, what was acceptable, what wasn't acceptable. And for me, that speaks volumes, because if I know up front what I'm working with, then I know how to behave. I know what to do and how to prepare. And it makes you feel really, really special when somebody takes that much time to sit you down and walk you through a process that is completely unfamiliar to you, and help you feel good about everything that you're going through.
So it's made us feel like kings and queens, and we didn't have to chop off any heads.
Nope.
Well, guys, you are, and that's exactly why we say it, because you are now kings and queens of your castle. Yay. And so congratulations, and on behalf of our company, Realty Kings Properties, and the Patrick King team, and the entire team, everybody, we want to thank you for the opportunity. I say this to all my clients: you had a choice. I don't know if you know this, but there's over 25,000 realtors in the Houston surrounding area, and the fact that you chose our team to assist you in this process and to allow us to walk the journey with you, we're truly grateful.
Thank you.
We wish you guys many, many, many years of enjoyment in your new home, and as we say, welcome to the family.
Thank you.
Hey, congratulations, guys.
Thank you.